fair but balanced in my criticism, and I'm not talking about a Fox News approach to anything. That shouldn't be taken as that. When you do something right, I'll gladly, very gladly, maybe a bit reluctantly, but I will gladly give you the praise you deserve for it. Likewise, when you mess up, I will call you out on it. That's to be expected. Welcome to the gaming world. Welcome to being a developer of a video game. But there are people who just don't want to deal with that. See, they want to play it off as I'm a community manager, I'm public relations, but I don't want to deal with the public that is critical of me. Very much so, Studio Wildcard is like this. They don't really address the criticism being levied against them. They don't really address the underlying issues with Ark Survival Evolved. And their decisions over the past few months, I'd really say the last year, but over the past few months, because we're going to go with hashtag ready for release here, have just been mind-boggling. And I decided to do a video about why I won't buy Aberration. I'm not going to throw good money away at a product that is, by default, faulty. There's no way you can tell me that Ark is a finished product. Not when you have undermesh ratings still going on 3-4 months after it came out. There's no way that you can tell me that it's a finished product when the duping issue, supposedly fixed by the addition of timers, continues to happen. You can't tell me it's a finished product when creature hitboxes continue to be an absolute garbage situation. When the AI for flyers is so buggy that they're flying away the minute that you kill something, in the water at least. No, it's finished. It's ready for release. At least that's what Studio Wildcard would tell you. And this past week, I decided to respond to a retweet by Bubbly Wums, or Jen, one of the PR people for Studio Wildcard. Right here, Cat Fu, a content creator searching for a server to play on. Check it out. That's not the one that I responded to directly. I think I have to go all the way up here. I can't see it. It was, to put it very bluntly, it was about the, if you're a streamer or whatnot, get a review code from us, this group that's affiliated with Nitrado. Why? Why? You paid a bunch of well-known streamers to stream early access of the game during, what was it, E3, I think? It wasn't E3. I don't remember what it was. That's how much I didn't care. And I said, my response was, why would I want to give this game that is very faulty more time? What was the response? Let's look. And by the way, I was respectful. Believe it or not, I was very respectful. My tweet was something along the lines of, why would I want to give a game that for 3 months has been buggy and broken? Why would I want to give its expansion more time off of, from me? What was the response from this person, Cat Fu? You're blocked from following them or reading their tweets. What was the response from Jen? You are blocked from following Bubbly Wums and seeing Bubbly Wums tweets. See, this is how Jen operates. She likes to play it off as, I'm PR, and you shouldn't be mean to me despite the fact that I am essentially the face for this company. Let's look at Jen's posts on Reddit. Her last post 14 hours ago about, oh, look, it's about aberration. Aberration, 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 aberration. I mean, everything is about aberration, and TwitchCon, that's what it was. Excuse me. TwitchCon is when they showed everybody. See, they got a bunch of streamers who didn't know the game but had a large audience to stream playing the game with admin cheat codes so that they wouldn't be absolute garbage. Instead of giving it to, say, people who actually play the game, who have played the game since early access. They didn't give it to the modders who make the mods that improve the game, because Studio Wildcard sure as hell isn't. See, this is why people are so tired of this. I'm not in a vocal minority here. I'm very vocal, but there's no way I'm in a minority here. And people need to understand that. People need to understand that. But they don't. They don't because they don't want to. There are people who want to play this off as it's a very vocal group of people who are just, they don't like the game, period. No, I played the game in early access. I have over 2,300 hours in the game. Most of it on unofficial servers, because official is an absolute crapshoot. But this is what we get from PR. No talks about looking into issues. Look at this new stuff we're putting in. Jeremy is renowned for it. In fact, let's look at Jeremy. What has he done? Let's see. 28 days ago. 28 days ago. And what's it about exactly? Somebody said, the CEO, I think, of Studio Wildcard said in an interview that there isn't anyone in the industry better than Jesse Rapchick and Jeremy Stiglitz in terms of staying in front of fans, talking to them, developer diaries, developer logs, and listening. Bullshit, because Jeremy doesn't talk about anything other than these new features that they're going to promise. We pinky swear. Scout's Honor is coming into the freaking game and then never shows up. Quality of life improvements that never show up, such as removing 40 gigs from the game, not requiring everybody to download the modders' tools. But apparently Jeremy's really good at keeping us shutting up, I guess. I don't know. Jesse really doesn't say anything either. Let's go over to the right hand. Last post 23 days ago about the turrets issue. The turrets issue, in which he pretty much tries to use all this techno babble to get you to think that they know what they're doing, not applying another Band-Aid fix to the poor AI, poor coding, and whatnot. He made a thread. Never responded to it, by the way. 194 comments. Okay, 194 comments in this thread, and he doesn't respond to any of them. Or my personal favorite, and I'm going to say this right now, my personal favorite is this post by him. I'm gonna bring it up. During 3 months ago, when rendering was stopped or locked to low, people were upset. There was no comment by Wildcard on this. Was it a bug? Was it a feature? Was this what everybody was going to be locked to? Nobody knew for a couple of days. And then right hand comes in. Actually, the problem isn't that render distance is being forced to anything. It's that changing it isn't working correctly. But I can see how it's more helpful to make an angry thread about how much we suck and how stupid we are for making a change that literally makes no sense and which 5 minutes of fiddling about can show you is not working correctly. This passive-aggressive attitude that he takes with the players who are tired of being lied to. This is what we've come to expect from them. This right here. Okay? There are a dozen or so posts like this, not just from him, but from other people. Jat tends to be a little more active. In fact, you can see 10 hours ago, looking at turrets, DC when looking at turrets, we'll have this patch, blah, blah, blah. This is the one that really got me. Radio silence from Wildcard as usual. How many people have come to the conclusion that the heavy turrets are working as Wildcard intended them to? a valid question because the turrets, once again, had never gone through quality control. They do not have an internal quality control team. They don't. They still think that they can get away with having the players QC their game. It's not because of the meta. It's because they're too cheap to buy actual talent for this. Just like they're too cheap to buy the actual servers that the official server should be on and be placed under in a situation where Wildcard has access to them. I've said this before. Wildcard's official servers are hosted by Nitrado all over the world, which means that when a server goes down, you have to let Wildcard know. Wildcard will eventually let Nitrado know. Nitrado will eventually let the server farm know to send a technician to restart the server. By then, it's already too late because it's days later. His post really got to me, and let me read it for you. We're still here and are taking notes of the feedback about the turret change. However, right now, the entire development team is all hands on deck for Aberration's upcoming launch on the 12th, which means we won't have a patch on the turret changes just yet. Though I will see if I can get a quick hot fix made for some of these reports sooner than later. Every swinging dick was on Aberration, and they've been on Aberration for months. They might take someone and decide, you know what, we're going to put you on this. But for the most part, everybody was on Aberration. And why? Because they want the money. Not that they need the money according to them. According to the right hand, they don't need money. No, they want it though. It's a cyclical bullshit where they do this thing where they go, we can hire the people because we have the money. We can fix these problems because we have the money. But we're not going to fix them because we want more money. And they wonder why people are critical of them. I have a master list, literally, of bugs that over the last 3 months have been talked about that have never been fixed. I've combed through patch notes to see if individual bugs were fixed, and they haven't been for the most part. Why? Because they're working on DLCs instead of fixing their freaking game. Why would they fix the game? It's not going to bring them in money. Wildcard and their White Knights are very clear on that. It's not going to really bring us money. Why would we fix our game? All of this should have been taken care of in the beta phase that we didn't actually put the game through. But they want you to give them more money. Don't be critical of them. Feelings might be hurt. Well, fuck your feelings. I don't care about them. Yeah, I've gotten 2,300 hours out of the game, but was it all fun? Absolutely not. A lot of the game is based on you do more for less. And that's why they like this. That's why they like this. Because they can have people logging in constantly to take care of shit. Yeah, they made little changes to breeding. Yeah, they made little quality of life improvements to other, well, I guess you could call it the time-consuming, the tedious aspects, but it's not perfect, and I'm not expecting perfection. It's a constant game, I get that, but the issues that are here and have been talked about for over a year that should have been fixed 6-9 months ago and still aren't, and now are causing more issues now that it's released. No, they have no excuse for that. And until they do, nobody should have bought Aberration. The problem is that some people had the season pass that they couldn't refund because Studio Wildcard tied it into their DLC that came out 15 months ago. Smart on Wildcard's position. Smart on Wildcard's. I give them credit for that. I give them credit. But at the end of the day, if the game is still a buggy piece of crap in spring 2018, fall 2018, because that's when the next expansion will come out, because they still can't meet their deadlines, not going to sell anything and they know it.